Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's being brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where professionals and business owners and entrepreneurs publish to grow their businesses and to leave a legacy. We're doing a series of remarkable spotlights, business spotlights on people, places, and things from across the country and even in your town. So joining me on this segment from Vancouver, Washington is Ken Rosengren from Lucido Global Team. He's a team leader at the Keller Williams Realty. Ken, welcome to the program.
Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How'd I do on that last name? I should have asked you before the segment. Can you pronounce your last name for me?
Rosengren, you did it exactly right. I mean, it was awesome. Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
I got some stories on that one over the years. So
terrific. Well, Ken, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining me today. Tell us a little bit about your role there and the types of folks that you help at the Lucido Global Team.
So real estate team, we've been in real estate. I've been in real estate since 2006. So we've seen a lot of ups and a lot of downs and a lot of sideways. One of my biggest goals is to help my team live the life that they choose to live. In fact, I have a life mission. My life mission is I aspire to inspire 1 million people to be the best that they choose to be before I expire. So my mission for my team and for our clients is to help them reach their goals. We use real estate as that process to help them get there. So it's coaching and mentoring my partners. It's coaching and mentoring our clients. It's we do a lot of classes for the same reason. We want to help people get to where they want to go, and we want to provide that path and that knowledge they need.
Noble mission for sure. Ken, the question on everybody's mind, of course, is during this pandemic here, that as we're taping, how has that affected your particular market there in Vancouver, Washington?
It's crazy. To be honest with you, we're seeing record number, we call it inventory, number of homes that are on the market, record low of inventory. We're seeing offers that are being made that are well over listing prices. We're starting to see appraisals coming in low. I work in the Portland metro area, Portland, Oregon metro area as well. And we're seeing the same thing over there. Just in the last 12 months, comparing December 2019 to 2020, we were up 9.9% in Southwest Washington, and Oregon was up, Portland metro area was up 7.1%. So we're seeing a lot of growth. We're seeing a lot of things that are going on. We've got a lot of people that are moving into the area. So it's been awesome. And my partners we're exploring different ways to do things, because you can't do it the same way we did it 12 months ago or 18 months ago. It is a little bit different now.
I see there's that apparently a rise of people moving in the area, unlike some areas of the country. You know, I'm in the Chicagoland area. People are leaving the city for the suburbs. So it really depends on where you are in the area on that uptick. What do you think is causing that uptick for your area?
Well, we're on the West Coast, and Portland metro area has been, it's been named the last affordable big city on the West Coast. You know, you've got Seattle up above, you got California down below, and those home values are running anywhere from $700,000 to over $1 million. The Portland metro area, the home values, the average home sold in the last 12 months is $495,000. And Southwest Washington is $445,000. So it's very appealing as far as that's concerned. You know, when you look at what's going on, there's a lot of things going on in Seattle, Portland. We're seeing a lot of people moving into the state from Portland and coming down from Seattle. And then I would say probably 25% of our clients right now are from California as well, moving out of California. So it's been fun, meeting a lot of different types of people, and just plugging away at it at a daily basis.
In these novel times, are you hearing changes in people's priorities? Like, what are people asking for today that you haven't heard before? What are they looking for when they come to see you and want to come into your area?
They want more bedrooms. They want more bedrooms. They want more space in the homes. They want more land. We're seeing a lot of people that are they're working from home now, because that's obviously the big thing. I mean, we're seeing a lot of businesses that are releasing some space at their office space. So we're seeing that. So people are working from home. So if you can work anywhere, why not work somewhere that's a little more affordable? Southwest Washington is one of those cities. So people are coming here for that reason, and they're looking for, I need an office. I work from home. My wife or my partner needs an office. I need an office. So we need two offices. So instead of a 4-bedroom, we need a 5-bedroom because we have to have two separate offices. My wife and I are doing the same thing. Another thing that we're seeing is generational housing. We're seeing parents are moving in with the kids for multiple reasons. It could be health, it could be finances, it could be just because the parents are working so much at home that maybe mom and dad need to come in and help out a little bit. So we're seeing a lot of that as well. But that's really some of the main things because people are staying home so much right now. They're finding that they want to get out and play, and it's a little harder in their neighborhood. So they want more space, they want more land to be able to do that. So that's one of the things that we're seeing a lot of is that growth.
So on the buyer side, for buyers, it sounds like with low inventory in the market, multiple offers perhaps, and rising prices. What advice do you give to buyers today, and how do they be best prepared to get a deal in your market as it is today?
Well, in my market, you've got to be prepared that you could potentially write 4, 5, 6 offers. Um, it's you're going to have to get creative. So you're going to have to come in with maybe a little bit more money for the purchase price above listing price. Maybe save up some money and have instead of asking a seller to pay your closing costs, you pay your own closing costs. Maybe you get creative and you say, okay, let me pay a little bit of the seller's closing costs, maybe their title and escrow fees, and just getting a little different with that. So that's, maybe if you got some extra cash, you bring it to the table and you guarantee that I'm willing to go $5,000 or $10,000 above appraised value. We're seeing that. So there's a lot of different strategies, and it's just different for each person. We're seeing people that are saying, okay, I'm not going to ask for repairs. That's a great one, but you got to make sure that you walk through the house and you know what you're looking at, so you have a great idea. Still do the home inspection, but just put on the offer that you're not going to ask for repairs. Higher earnest money. I know, the earnest money goes towards the purchase of the home anyway, but people like to see that there's a nice chunk of money in the bank for earnest money to make sure that we're moving along with this process and the seller is a little more comfortable. So one of the biggest things though that a lot of agents don't do is they don't call the listing agent to find out what the seller wants. And I gotta, I list a lot of homes, and I would say probably 50% of the offers that I get on houses, I've never talked to the buyer's agent. So I would challenge, even with real estate agents, or if you're coming into the market and you want to buy a home, make sure that your agent is having that conversation with the listing agent about what the seller wants in an offer. That would probably be one of my biggest pieces of advice, is that right there. That will make one of the biggest decisions in writing that offer.
That's really sage advice, and not one that most people would probably readily, think of. But like, hey, let's just ask what they're looking for, and maybe we can find a match even better. So on the seller's side now, even though it's perhaps a seller's market, do they get to relax? Is there any tips that you need to give to sellers in this market?
Selling your home is always stressful. Here it is. You've got to have your home ready to show at any given moment. So the advice is simply always have the house ready. Always have the house ready, and impeccable condition. And we're setting up schedules where we're doing 2-hour showings. 2-hour notice. Excuse me. And it's going to be stressful. It is what it is. You're going to get right now we're seeing a lot of multiple offers. So then it's a matter of feeding through, looking at what's going on. What is the best offer for you versus all these massive offers that you're getting? It could be 2 or 3, it could be 5 or 10 offers that you get. Money is not always the best offer. Just because you have an offer that has the most amount of money, that doesn't mean that's always the best offer. You got to look at what your needs are. Do you want a longer closing timeline? Do you want a shorter closing timeline? Do you need to be in the house a little bit longer after closing, 2 or 3, maybe a week, to get into your new home? Do you want a 60-day close? I've had clients where we actually had one where we did a 65-day close to help the seller out, and that's how we got the offer. So there's a lot of different things. As a seller, if you're getting offers that are above your list price, you want to make sure that the buyers are going to guarantee some of that purchase price. If your purchase is going in there at $500,000, but they're offering 530, 540, 550, how much of that is going to be guaranteed? Are they going to bring money in? And then you want to ask the question, show me the money. Prove it that you have that money in the bank in case that happens. So those are some of the biggest tips that I would have, is just be prepared. As real estate agents, our job is to help relieve as much stress as we possibly can. But this is a big process. I mean, it's the biggest asset you own, and you're going through the process of selling it, and you got people walking through it. Then you add the layer of COVID on there, because you want to be very careful. You want, hand sanitizer, booties. You want to make sure that people are wearing masks and everything else, so that you can follow up and make sure that when you return home, it's safe as well to return home. So there's a couple dynamics that are going on in there. And we've got a lot of people that are nervous about selling their homes because of those dynamics. And it's just a matter of asking, interviewing multiple real estate agents about listing your home, and getting into details. Well, what do you do with this, and what do you do with that? Would be my biggest suggestion. Interview a couple, find out what's best for you, find a person who's going to match with you, and then also make sure that they know what they're doing. There's a lot of part-time agents out there, and that's a nationwide thing. A lot of part-time agents and a lot of brand new real estate agents. So I would just interview and ask some really good, deep, thought-provoking questions of that real estate agent to find out what they're going to do, and have them prove it.
Ken, tons of great information. What inspired you personally to get into real estate, and what brought you here today as the team leader there? How did you get started?
It's a funny story. So my wife didn't enjoy what she was doing in her past career, and she wanted to quit. And I'm like, sure, hey, we just met 6 months ago. Go ahead and quit your job. And she did. And I'd asked her what she'd always wanted to do, and she wanted to get into real estate. She's got an uncle in Seattle who was a builder at the time. And I'm like, sure, get into real estate. We're not moving to Seattle. So she did. So, it is what it is. Guys like to fix problems. So I would come home every day. I was an executive chef, and I'd come home every day, and I'm like, what'd you do? How'd you do? What, how was your day? Didn't care about mine. I just want to know about her day. And then I got to the point where I was like, well, what if you tried this? And what if you tried that? And what if you tried this? And in a more colorful way, she told me to get my own darn license. And to be honest with you, 3 weeks later, I had my own real estate license, and we've been doing real estate together since 2006. We've had, just like any other new business, there's been ups and downs, and we're just plugging away. At the time, it was all about, I got to make a living for the family. I got to make sure that we have the things that we need. Now it's more of bigger goals. Like I told you what my life mission is. I'm really focused on that. I want to make sure that my partners are getting the information they need to live the life that they want. Same thing with our clients. We teach classes because of that. I was tired, we teach a home buying class every single month because we were tired of going on listing appointments where the seller was, my agent never told me that. My agent never told me this. My agent never told me that. And it was like, okay, this is not right. People are not getting the information they need when they buy a house. So we started doing the home buying class, and with that, we've taught hundreds of people. I don't even know the number. It's been 4 years that we've been teaching this class. So it started with that, and making sure that my team has the things that they need to be successful. Just like anything else, the old saying is, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I can provide all the information. You've got to make the decision to pull the trigger and do something. So, and that's what I provide. That's what we have conversations every day. We do a gratitudes and rocks call every morning, and then a check-in at 4:00 just to make sure that everybody's doing well and having fun.
From executive chef to team leader in real estate, did you enter this kicking and screaming, or did you discover like a new passion now?
It's definitely a new passion. When I was a chef, I was a culinary instructor. for Marriott. I was a culinary instructor for Clayton State University out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I've always had that passion to teach and help people progress and see success from what they want to do. So it gave me another platform to carry that passion of mine to educate and inspire people. And then my mission came from 4 years ago that I drove by a church multiple times, and it says, aspire to inspire before you expire. And then I morphed it into, I aspire to inspire 1 million people to be the best that they choose to be before I expire. Have no idea how I'm going to track that, but that's what it is, right?
I really can get a sense for your passion to teach, and I can see it for sure. Ken, for folks listening to this segment right now that could use some help with their real estate in your market, or if they would like to come in under your wing and learn from you, how do they find you and connect?
Well, the easiest way is a phone number. My phone number is 360-609-0226. That's really the easiest way. Ken Rosengren, I'm on social media, Ken Rosengren. You could look that up. My email address is kenrosengren@lucidoglobal.com. It's KenRosengren at Lucido, LucidoGlobal.com. That's the easiest way. Phone number is the best way. You can call or text me. I always answer my phone unless I'm with a client.
Ken, this has been terrific. I really appreciate your time sharing with my audience, and I really enjoyed you sharing your story today. I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. It's been fun. It's been fun. Thank you.
That was Ken Rosengren, team leader at Lucida Global Team from Vancouver, Washington. This segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals publish to grow their businesses and to leave a legacy. I'm Mark Imperial. That's all for now. Take care, and thanks for tuning in.